She was only 8, cold, hungry, alone, sitting behind a dumpster, waiting for a mother who was never coming back. When I asked if she needed help, she looked up at me and whispered, "Do you think someone will want me if I promise to be really, really good?" That one question shattered everything I believed about the world. What began as a single act of kindness became the most transformative journey of my life. I wasn't supposed to take that street. My usual route home from work was under construction, so I took a narrow alley behind a bakery I'd passed 1,000 times, but never once entered. It was raining, the kind of rain that drowns sound and emotion, that rain that soaks your bones before you know you're wet. As I walked, I saw a shape behind the dumpsters, a bundle of cloth, a dog? No, a child. Curled up in the fetal position, trembling, her small hands wrapped tightly around her knees. I stopped. Something in me, something primal, screamed to not walk away. I called out, "Sweetheart, are you okay?" No answer. I took a few cautious steps closer. She looked up. Her eyes weren't scared. They weren't angry. They were empty. The kind of emptiness you don't expect to see in a child. "What's your name?" I asked softly. She whispered, "Lila." Her voice was cracked, dry, like she hadn't spoken in days. Then she said something I will never forget. "Mommy told me to wait here. She said she'd be back yesterday." I stood there completely numb. That was the moment everything changed. I couldn't just walk away. The police told me they were stretched thin, no units available. "Bring her to the station," the dispatcher said. But Lila didn't want to go. She clung to my leg with silent desperation. "I don't want to go back to the place with locks on the doors." What did that mean? I made a decision that would change both of our lives. "I'll take care of her tonight," I told them. "I won't leave her." That night, I brought a child into my home for the first time in my life. She didn't smile. She didn't cry. She just stared at the walls like she was memorizing everything before it was taken away again. Over the following days, I noticed strange things. Lila wouldn't take food unless I gave her explicit permission. She asked before touching anything, even the couch pillow. She panicked when I closed her bedroom door. One night, I found her scrubbing the bathroom floor, crying. "Why are you doing that?" I asked. She whispered, "I didn't want to get in trouble." I learned that she had spent time in foster care, multiple homes, some kind, some cruel, but always temporary, always waiting, always holding her breath. She started drawing, constantly. At first, it was scribbles, then people, stick figures, one tall, one small. In almost every drawing, the small figure was crying. In one drawing, the larger figure had no face. I asked, "Who is this?" She said, "That's the person who took me away the first time." Then she added, "They said I was broken." It was 3 weeks before she laughed for the first time. She was eating spaghetti and the noodles slipped from her fork and landed on her nose. I giggled. Then she did. A real laugh, small but real. She covered her mouth like it was a sin. "You're allowed to laugh here," I said. That night, she sat closer to me on the couch. By the next week, she was holding my hand. One night, as I tucked her in, she asked, "Do I need to pack up soon?" "Why would you need to pack?" "Because the other people said I couldn't stay forever." I knelt beside her. "Lila, I'm not the other people." The social worker told me Lila's mother had been found. She was in a rehab center. She might regain custody, they said. Lila overheard. That night, she shut down. Didn't speak, didn't eat. Just lay there clutching her stuffed bear. I sat with her in silence until dawn. Then she whispered, "I want to stay here, but if I go back, will you still think about me?" My chest physically ached. I told her, "I'm going to fight for you." And I did. The legal system is a maze. Paperwork, court dates, home inspections. But I did it. I turned my guest room into a little girl's dream. Soft lights, pastel walls, shelves filled with books and plush toys. We planted flowers together. We had pancake Sundays. I taught her how to read a map. She taught me how to find joy in the smallest things. Then, one cold November morning, I got the call. "She's yours." That night, I told her the news. She didn't scream. She didn't cheer. She just walked up to me and whispered, "So, I'm not trash anymore?" I collapsed into tears. She held my hand and said, "I thought people only kept things that were perfect." We had birthdays and dentist visits and laundry days. She got scared of thunder. I got scared of ever losing her. Once she brought home a drawing from school. It was a rainbow, and two people under it holding hands, me and her. The caption? "My forever mom." A year after her adoption, Lila asked to visit the place where I found her. We stood in the alley. She looked at the dumpster, then she turned to me and said, "This is where the story started, but not where it ends." She took my hand and added, "You gave me a new book, not just a new chapter." I didn't go looking for Lila, but somehow she found me, and in saving her, I realized she saved me too. To anyone listening, there are children out there waiting to be seen, waiting to be chosen, waiting to be loved. You may not think you're ready, but maybe, just maybe, you're the miracle they've been waiting for. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and comment below where you're watching from. Every view helps raise awareness for children like Lila.